to No Sticks, No Bricks. We got another great video for you guys this week. We go off-roading and do some Jeepin with our friend Les, who's got this sweet electric truck. Wait till you see it. It is such a nice ride. We also take you on a typical travel day as we travel from Palm Desert, California, all the way 87 miles away to Menifee, California. And guess who we ran into? Who? Fellow RVers, fellow YouTubers, fellow Iowans, and most importantly, our friends. Brian and Michelle from Living Our Vision. So stick around, here we go. Wow, look at you.
Yeah, I got sick of the long hair.
Look at that. Looks good, babe.
Thanks. Haven't had this short since I was active duty.
I know. Maybe you'll be not so hot with your hot flashes
That's what
anymore.
I'm hoping. This is going to help a lot to stay cool.
Does menopause suck?
Yes!
We had quite an interesting night last night.
Yeah. A little dusty.
Little dusty. We had a haboob. Is that how they say it?
A boob.
Yeah, big
Like
old.
being deployed again.
And we were downtown Palm Springs with our friends Brian and Michelle, and
From Living Our Vision.
we were just walking around like the little market, and all of a sudden it got super dusty and windy, so we decided to go inside to eat. We weren't inside to eat, we were sitting outside, and everything was dusty, and like all night we had a little tickle in our throat from the dust, and
The Jeep is covered in dust right now.
all the vehicles, everything, and then the RV park, there's a bunch of branches down, and nothing major, you know, because of the palm trees. Just some of those were down, but it was pretty crazy.
And this is the next morning, and look at the sun.
Today we are going to go on a Jeepin trail. Jason's driving till we get there. We met someone at the RV park who also wanted to go, so we're gonna do a little day trip. What you doing there?
Airing down. Not so much boulders here, but a lot of sand.
A lot of sand.
Especially with the haboob that we just had.
Oh
Who
yeah.
knows where the sand's gonna be.
Basically, these are adjustable. You can adjust them to whatever pressure you want. I've set these to the recommended tire pressure for my vehicle at 31. But you can adjust them for whatever. I've actually got two different sets, and I've got my black little mark on it, so I know it's 31. And then I've got another one with red marks on it, and I've set that for 25.
So you just screw that on the valve stem, and then it automatically releases until it really hits the right
screw
pressure.
'em on, and they stop it at 31.
Cool. Well, that's a lot easier than the way I did it, and probably easier on my back as well, so I might have to invest in those. We are Jeepin with our new friend Les that we met at the RV park, and he has a special vehicle that he's off-roading in.
It is all electric.
100% electric.
100% electric.
And we did a whole separate video on that, so make sure you check that out. I'm gonna put a link right up here, but it's pretty cool.
Always closer to the borderline. There's no reason to break down. Make up your mind. Give us a shot.
All right, so we are at the pumpkin patch for obvious reasons why they call it the pumpkin patch. These are pretty cool. And it is October, so good timing. All right, we're at the gas dome. We actually got water in the desert.
First sighting of water.
See it bubbling. He's like, I want a drink.
to get out and take care of my dog for a second.
Okay, we'll pull ahead. That was kind of cool.
That was cool.
That was like a canyon.
Yeah. It was a little tight, but
Yeah. Fun day.
it was very fun. And we get to put air back in the tires.
Yep. All right, guess what today is? Travel day. Right after being here at Palm Springs 1,000 Trails for 3 weeks, we're heading over to Menifee, California to Wilderness Lakes 1,000 Trails. So we've done a full campsite breakdown video. We've also done a full pre-travel day, kind of a checklist video that we do. I'll put both of those links in the description and pop a card as well. But today we're just gonna take you on what a typical travel day looks like for full-time RVers, especially within the 1,000 Trail system. We're going from 1,000 trails to another.
We're doing the 1,000 Trail Shuffle.
That's right. All right, so let's hit the road. The first thing we got to do is go get our vehicles because they're both in overflow parking. Neither one could fit in our site that we were at. So hopefully at the next spot, we'll be able to fit at least one of them. Comm check.
Loud and clear.
All right, you ready to hit the road?
I just need a minute.
Roger. On to our next adventure.
Yep. Hopefully it's cooler. I'll turn in all the cards. I have the thing from the camper and the parking pass.
She just told me that she loved our channel.
That's nice. Awesome.
Thank you. We'll see you in 3 weeks. Oh, thank you. We'll be back. Yeah, 3 weeks.
We're on I-10 and heading towards Riverside, California. It looks like we got about 42 miles of interstate driving today until we start heading towards the coast and Menifee, California. It's a little bit closer to the coast, not a whole lot, but we're within striking distance.
You know, so a lot of people always ask us and are shocked when they find out, now that we have the Jeep, that I like follow behind Jason. You know, like I drive myself and I'm not with him. I kind of like it. It gives me kind of like me time. I can listen to whatever I want on the radio and jam out to my 80s or my 90s. Jason's not a big 90s person, but you know, we have the walkies, so we communicate with each other, and we just, you know, I like it. It's really not that bad. And the girls, you know, Allie Bell, she's 14, so she's traveled with us to Germany. She's been on an airplane. She's a great traveler. Itty bitty gets a little bit antsy, but she's all secured. And as long as I just reach over and touch her every once in a while, or she lays with her sister, she's content. So it'll be a good, safe travel day. Just gonna take our time, get there, and enjoy another Thousand Trails park.
It's actually pretty nice. You'll see when we get up here to Menifee that she can kind of go scout for spots in the Jeep. It's so much easier than trying to haul this 44-foot RV around looking for spots. So it definitely has its advantages and disadvantages. Another vehicle we have to maintain, another vehicle we got to put fuel in, all that. But I think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages in this case. The main reason she follows behind the RV is she can spot anything I can't see. Like if a door opens, something falls off, whatever it may be, she'll be able to spot it from back there before, you know, if it's in my blind spot and I just can't see it. Normally we pack a lunch and we just kind of eat on the road at a rest area or something like that. Sandwiches, you know, drinks, that kind of thing. But since this is such a short travel today, it's only 87 miles, we decided not to pack a lunch. We're just gonna eat when we get to the RV park. We'll probably end up stopping to use the restroom. One of us has a small bladder, and it's not Jennifer. Oh, goody.
Right, so we are 5 minutes out from the Wilderness Campground. So I got ahead of Jason so that I can get in front of him. So he'll be behind me at check-in, but this way, after I get checked in and he gets checked in, he can kind of pull over and I can go scope out a spot. Because it was easier to do it on the way in instead of like right in front of the park. So this is like a 3-lane road right here.
Well, we didn't end up stopping to use the restroom, but I gotta go. All right, we made it, and Jennifer's checking in, and we'll go find ourselves a spot.
We're checking and he's coming in right behind me. Baty, B-A-T-Y. I'm gonna have to start putting that collar on her for travel days.
Your online check-in.
Okay.
And then, so here's your vehicle pass.
All right, thank
Code
you.
is on the back.
Okay.
You'll need that for the bathrooms and the gate.
Okay.
Let us know what site number you choose.
Okay.
Bring that back to us today.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Do you want the booklet? Or can you
Yes. Yep.
Okay, and I'll give these to him.
Am I all ready to go in and?
You are ready.
Oh, okay.
Looks like they're starting to put up some Halloween decorations too. Halloween's in about 2 weeks or so, so should be fun.
There you go.
Spoiled baby. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So she didn't really say which way to go. She just told me I can go in and find a place. So do you want me to drive around and find something while you park right here?
She said stick with the yellow, blue, or pink on the map.
The yellow, blue, or pink on the map. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna take a left around the propane tank and I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. The only place that has a map will look up this little green area.
Okay.
Orange and purple are annual leases, so that's a no-go.
Copy that.
If we want 50 amp, let's try the yellow section first, I guess.
Okay.
Jen's out looking for a spot, and I'm gonna use the restroom.
Can you hear me still?
I gotcha.
This place is packed.
Is it packed?
Oh yeah. Hold on, I found a spot. I just want to see what it is, but we'd be able to fit the Jeep. I don't know about the truck.
That's alright, as long as we can get the Jeep in there. Long enough for the patio and the Jeep.
And my glasses. I think so. Do you have a map, or am I the only one that has a map?
I have a map.
Look at 327. That was it. It looked like it had sewer too.
Is it one of the 50 amp sites? 327 is showing blue. We're not allowed to do blue.
Oh, we can't do blue?
She said no blue, no orange.
Okay. How about 356?
356 is good.
It looks long enough.
Yeah, it looks big on the map. Looks wide too.
Yeah, it's pretty wide, it looks like. So that spot's open. I'm at it right now.
Okay, yeah, we can take that one. Will it good?
I like it. It's got some trees above us, but not. I don't think it's gonna block the Starlink at all.
Okay.
All right, we found a spot, and now it's time to set up.
Found a spot, pull through, and it's a pretty wide spot, which is gonna be nice because we'll be able to park both vehicles here. Little hard to get to though because they lost some land from construction, so some of the roads are marked one way, but they're not. So, and as I pulled into this spot, somebody else was trying to pull in, and they're like chase vehicle over a follow vehicle, but I kind of felt bad, but I got here first, so now they're moving to find another spot. But they had a much smaller RV than we did too, so this spot is definitely good enough for large Marge.
All right, it's the next day. It's Friday. I've got my Red Friday shirt on to support our troops that are deployed overseas. Jennifer did a fantastic job finding us a spot. This spot is way bigger than what we had at Palm Springs, and it's more spread out. We got our truck here, we got the Jeep here, we got the bike here. Everything fits in this spot. Plus we got the sunshades out. We're digging it. So let me show it to you. We'll be doing another 360-degree virtual tour video of this park like we do every single park that we stay at. If you haven't seen one of our 360-degree videos, check those out for sure. I ride my e-bike around each park with our 360-degree GoPro, which allows you to just look around at your leisure anywhere you want as I ride through the park. They're pretty cool. So are travel days stressful? The answer is yes.
They are.
You know, when we're at a park for 3 weeks and we have 1 day of travel and then another 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it is, that's the one day that is the most stressful for sure out of all those days. The stress is caused from various reasons, mostly because, well, we're towing our home. This is our home. It's not like, you know, we have a sticks and bricks. If we get in a wreck or an accident or something that puts our home or our tow vehicle out of commission, we're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, definitely. That would be horrible.
Yeah, so what'd you think yesterday's travel day? On a scale of 1 to 10 as far as stress goes?
Maybe like a 4.
Yeah, yesterday wasn't bad at all. It was a short travel day.
No traffic.
Hardly any traffic, yeah, that's true. And then plus, the big thing is the pull-through site. We got a nice pull-through site. She did a fantastic job finding a site.
Yeah.
So it's a little more stressful when we have a back-end site or a small site. We're just trying to squeeze in between trees, that kind of thing. You know, there's a running joke amongst RVers, if you want some entertainment, just wait for the couple to back their RV into their spot and watch them communicate, because chances are there's going to be some yelling back and forth.
I mean, we have done that once or twice, even with the walkie-talkies, and a lot of it is because we've traveled longer than we wanted to, you know, maybe a 4-hour day turned into a 6-hour day, and then, you know, we didn't pack lunch and we arrived late. The heat sometimes for me, because I get grumpy, so then I'm trying to stand out in the heat, direct them which way to go, but yesterday's travel day was good.
Yeah, and you know, the more we do it, the less stressful it becomes. We've done it so many times now that we have a pretty good routine down when it comes to backing into a spot or getting into a tight spot or whatever it is. And the walkie-talkies 100% help. I know a lot of people use cell phones, which we used to do, but then we'd run into areas where we had no cell coverage, and then you're trying to yell out the window, and she's 60 foot behind me between the truck and the RV, and we just can't hear each other talk. So walkie-talkies are definitely the way to go.
Yeah, anyone that full-time and has done 1,000 trails, you know, like Yosemite, there's no cell service, and even in the we've driven through places where there's no cell service, so even the walkies on travel days.
So the big question of the day is, who gets more stressed on travel day, me or Jennifer? Me. For sure. I'm the one that gets a little short-tempered.
A little bit, sometimes.
I usually have to apologize to Jennifer at least 2 or 3 times, but not so much anymore.
No, not so bad anymore.
You know, the more we do it, the better we get. And yesterday we got into our spot in a record time. It was like pulled in, backed up maybe a foot, and done.
I think the hardest part about yesterday was when I came in, because I was ahead of them, and then looking at the map to get here, they're having some construction going on, so I thought this road went all the way through, because on the map it shows it, but it didn't. So.
Yeah, so heads up if you're coming to Wilderness Lakes Thousand Trails, don't rely on the map because there's some development going on the side of the park here. I think it's probably the east side, I'm not really sure. But anyway, they're doing like a housing development or something, and apparently the park lost part of that property, their property, during that development. So the map shows the road go all the way through, but it does not. It
was kind of like the perimeter road stops. But we figured out because I just told them what road I was on.
All right, guys, that does it for this week's video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, consider subscribing.
Click the bell.
So you're notified whenever we release new content. And until next week, guys, safe travels.